The WNBA had their All-Star weekend just a few days ago, and at the All-Star weekend, they had the audacity to wear shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us." The audacity of these women. Oh my goodness. I am so happy us as a collective got together to dislike bomb this the way in which we did. I am so happy. Oh man, I'm so happy we were able to do so. Let's hear this. Let's hear this gender equality coverage.
As you know, the collective bargaining agreement is under discussion right now between the league and their players. And before the game, the players came out without their warm-ups on with shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us." There is a feeling among the players, as they expressed in their meeting on Thursday, that they want to have a piece of the revenue. It has been record-sharing revenue for the WNBA, and they have not been sharing that with the players.
People always tell me this in my comment section about how condescending I am, how I talk to people, and these are the reasons why I don't do it. For whatever reason, because I saw this in one of my comment on my tweets about, "Oh, Lo, you're just so condescending. Why do you talk this way?" I find it very odd to me that y'all feel comfortable with calling the women out their names, belittling them, talking down to them, and then as soon as I do that to y'all, all of a sudden you get all offended. So let me go on and let me keep that energy up. You niggas have never in your life negotiated anything. You niggas are 9-to-5 workers who your boss tells you what your increase is going to be, and you say, okay. The idea that you have to be profitable for you to see the benefit of giving your employees an increase is also fucking dumb, especially when there are so many models that follow this. But more importantly, there is a huge possibility, if I'm not mistaken, that the WNBA will indeed be profitable in another year or two because of the new TV deal that they just signed. And that's what they're going to be. That is the money that they are negotiating. Oh, Caitlin Clark is the only one. She's the one that they got paid more. Who gives a fuck? The reason why niggas get paid today in the NBA is because of like 5 or 6 niggas over the course of 40 years. It's Magic, Bird, Michael, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Curry, and KD. That's it!
What does that mean, pay us what you owe us? Okay, unless you're Caitlin Clark, you shouldn't ever be able to put on a shirt that says pay us what you owe us. I'll explain it to you ladies, and it's nothing against girls. People think I'm misogynistic and shit like that. I love women. I have sisters, I have a mother. I love women. But guys, let's be real here, okay? Your league makes no fucking revenue at all. It's probably a write-off for the NBA. I'm just being real here. I'm being real here. I'll tell you guys how it is. I don't really give a fuck.
Aiden literally works for and supports and backs a company that is also a write-off for another company.
Yeah.
Kick is a subsidiary. Right? Kick has pushed, and the people on there have pushed for better revenue splits than the competitor in Twitch. Kick was unprofitable in 2023 and yet still found a way to give Aiden $50 million in equity. Not only that, Kick is still unprofitable. So by the logic of what Aiden is saying, everybody on Kick outside of Aiden should really shut the fuck up and never complain about any money that's given to them. That's effectively what he is saying. And also, the idea that you should not be able to earn more money because it's not profitable does not make any sense, because Twitch is not profitable. Kick is not profitable. You are literally on a platform that is not profitable. You're literally on one. You're on one, and yet you have been able to negotiate $50 million in equity. How the fuck did that work? How? How is that possible? Now, for everybody else who's completely unaware, out of the loop, because I feel like majority of you all are, WNBA secures a monumental media deal with Disney, Amazon, and NBCU. The WNBA announced a new 11-year, is he on the screen? Yeah, we're good. The WNBA announced a new 11-year media right deal Wednesday featuring partnerships with Disney, Amazon, and NBC. The deal is valued at $2.2 billion or $200 million per year, a source told ESPN. But future agreements with additional partners could bring the league's overall media deal closer to $3 billion. For those who are also unaware, the WNBA, because those out there who are majors in econ but have never actually ran a fucking business, despite the fact that they're losing money, they still found the way, because this is the argument. How are they losing money but going to have the ability to go out there and take on even more expenses? They've somehow found a way to expand last year. They're somehow finding a way to expand even more. Now, I know you niggas, again, have never had to negotiate anything. I know you all haven't. But let me throw this at you. If you worked for a company that refused to be transparent with the numbers, that also then told you that they don't have enough to give you more than a 9.3% split, a 9.3% percentage of the revenue, but also in the same breath is saying, but we can expand, we can also make y'all play more games as well, because they've also expanded the regular season also. And on top of that, we're seeing teams be evaluated and purchased at a significant price, because the expansion valuation was ridiculous for the the Golden State team, and they're continuously getting more. The Valkyries, they're continuously getting even more expansion evaluations. And again, I know some of you all never have to negotiate anything. There's no way and then now we know you're also going to get a $2.2 billion media deal now. If you're telling me that if this new media deal is going to get us to a point where we're averaging $200 million per year, and you're telling me last year that we were negative $40 to $50 million. Well, that means I don't know. Maybe my math is wrong, but I do think $200 million is more than the $50 million that we were in the negative. I think that is the case. So if that is the case, the profitability argument is out of the fucking window. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. But then let's take it another step forward. For those who don't understand that just because you're losing money doesn't mean that you cannot compensate people, especially if you're a subsidiary. Yeah, you can. There is an inherent value of having someone or something attached to your business that should be compensated accordingly. Even if we're going to sit here and say it's just because of Caitlin Clark, who gives a fuck? If Caitlin Clark is increasing the revenue, increasing the popularity to the point where to be a part of this industry that they're going to get paid more money from a team perspective, then they should make more money up because of it. Now, the other argument that I heard. Dog! I can't believe that they have the audacity to ask for 50%, just like the NBA players. For those who don't know, who've never negotiated anything, it is not your responsibility to give the most accurate assessment of an evaluation, especially when no one has given you the proper information. If you are negotiating something, you would always negotiate something that is more in your favor. And then we work our way down from there or work our way up to get an agreement. That's what negotiations are. That's how that works. Again, I know when it's time for you to get a raise and your boss tell you 50 cents, there's no room for negotiation, so you have to just take that. You take whatever they tell you. But in these situations, you negotiate. Because we can go back in
ignorant.
We can no. We can go in so many various ways. And unfortunately, even if I were to throw out several different organizations and industries that are unprofitable, and yet you can still have people looking for larger compensation or the company still taking on major expenses and you all still find a way to weasel your way out of that, the NBA did the exact same thing. The NBA was on the brink of collapsing in the 70s and still found a way to take on expansion from the ABA. How is that possible? Now, for the people out there who say, "Oh, low," but it's just one person. It is one person that's giving them all this money. It's just Caitlyn. Caitlyn is the only one who should. Okay, fair. Same can be said about the NBA. See, in the 90s, most of y'all are unaware about this, and that's fine. You don't do your due diligence. In the 90s, bro, the CBA expired in June of 1994. And they continued to negotiate and wanted more and more money, even though the player that got them to the point where they could average or get more money was no longer in the league in Michael Jordan. Viewership cratered when MJ was not in the league anymore in the mid-90s. Cratered. And yet, they still found a way to negotiate. How? How dare these men negotiate when Jordan is the one that was giving them all the money? How? Who are they? Don't they know that Michael Jordan's their daddy and gets them? How dare they? And the audacity for them to even bring up gambling scandals. Who gives a fuck? He's the one making them all the money anyway. Correct? So we've seen this model before where there's one player spearheading the popularity that increases profitability and revenue. And even if that one player is in the league or out the league, you can still negotiate. All of the players with the CBA at that point in time were talking about how they want to get more money. None of them were Michael Jordan because he was out playing baseball. How dare Scottie Pippen even open his mouth? Doesn't he know he's good enough? Michael Jordan got him paid and points from Nike. Doesn't he know? But when I say that, I'm disrespectful to the legends, but you all say this shit about women all the time. Interesting. That's very interesting. I would love to hear someone make a credible argument to why, if they're going to receive nearly $3 billion, which would then make them positive with the rising popularity from it, why should they not ask for more money than the 9.3% that they have now? Why? Why should they not?
Has never made any money, right? They lost $50 million in 2024. And they basically have been losing tens of millions of dollars for a decade straight, right? Since they have been in existence. They're also subsidized by the NBA. But these players, these women, are so delusional that they believe that they're owed something, even though they don't really produce anything, right? They don't produce any profit, okay? They don't produce.
Again, I want to be clear. I want people to be clear. If you stream on Twitch, that's not a profitable. It's not. If you stream on Kick, it's not profitable. Most streaming platforms are not profitable. And again, the CBA is for future years, not the one they're right now. They have to negotiate. The last CBA was in 2020. So you're 5 years later. You have to negotiate with what's in plan in the future. That's how. And from my understanding, yeah, YouTube did not become profitable until Google bought them. Ring did not become profitable until Amazon purchased them. Like a lot of platforms are also in some capacity a subsidiary as well. Like being a subsidiary it's kind of normal in many ways.
There's one player that's owed. There's one player. Yep. One player.
That's 33 right there.
The rest of you, you're not owed anything. You are actually a liability to the NBA. At some point, the NBA is going to go bankrupt trying to push this agenda of women's basketball.
Also on the real shit, it needs to be known that niggas like this exist and that they're morons. He's a moron.
Did he air quote women's?
Yes. People need to know that niggas like this exist. They need to know, brother, you are a moron. You're a moron. This same model was followed from the NBA with Michael Jordan in the mid-90s, from the NBA in the early 80s with Bird and Magic, the same model in the 2012 with Kobe and LeBron, and yet everybody got paid.
The WNBA just doesn't get it. I saw this and I immediately turned this off. Pay us what you owe us. What exactly do you think you owed? The league.
Let's also stop with a lie. You didn't have the All-Star game on. If you had the All-Star game on and you turn it off because of the t-shirts, nigga, you not a fan. That's another. Niggas have to stop acting like they're fans of this sport. You're not a fan, bro. I saw this and I immediately turned it off. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You never had it on. Stop lying.
You think, like, honestly,
you saw what you saw where you saw people that were complaining about women online, and because you want to complain about women,
yes,
you hopped on the topic.
Yes.
That's what you did. You weren't watching the game but turned it off because of a t-shirt, buddy. You did.
You didn't.
It's fine though.
No way he was watching the pregame. Yeah, this game's about to be lit. Seeing the oh my god, I can't watch this, bro. No way. And then just turns him down. Fuck out of here, bro. Nigga just lied for no reason, bro.
He has never made a profit. Never.
Also, what's so funny to me, some of these people think that they are like so profound in their thought, yet they're doing nothing more but regurgitating the same talking point that someone else has said before.
Look, wait, Lo.
So KB. So that literally means your thoughts are being subsidized from another man. You have another man's thoughts.
On top of him?
On top of him. Your whole existence in this TikTok is because of another man.
Listen,
you don't even think for yourself. Your thoughts are subsidized, my nigga. Everything about you is subsidized. This fit that you're wearing, you saw another nigga wear it. I know you did. Because that's the type of nigga you are. The talking point of, I saw them wear these t-shirts and I turn it off, that's someone else's line, nigga.
But I mean, my thing on it is, why do you care so much anyway to make a whole video about these women getting paid or not? It's none of your business. You're not a fan of the product. You don't watch the product. And even if you did, why is it ever a problem when employees ask for a wage? That's something you would think most Americans could understand. Is asking for a wage, but you saw women asking for something, and your panties got all in a bunch, and so now you're recording videos on the TikTok in which you're lying, talking about you turned a game you never had on off in the first place, so you can complain about women that you don't know and that you don't watch. Who cares? Go do something. Go do something about something you care about. You don't even care about these people.
Oliver Fortin on YouTube says, or Fortin on YouTube said, the real problem is the disparity in message. What we deserve, I think they should FS. I think they should for sure get paid more, especially with the growth it has undergone recently. But NBA money, come on. They've never said they should get paid NBA money. They've never said that either.
Who said they should get paid NBA money?
That's what this nigga in the YouTube, no one said that either. No one said that they should get paid YouTube money.
Fuck.